of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
We begin the English language transmission from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Shit is a mixed colors, full of gender, Kim Il-sung. Samir Karas, son of General Kim Jong-il. Respected Kim Jong-un, who's the Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, who's the Chairman of the National Defense Commission of the DPRK, and Second Commander of the Korean People's Army, guided a test of super precision tactical guided missile, which has been newly developed on the latest level. He was accompanied by Hwang Byung-soo and other commanding officials of armed forces organs. He acquainted himself with the tactical and technical data of the new missile at the Central Observation Post and gave an order to launch. The missile flew up into the sky, trailing fierce flames. The launch proved that the scientific and technical capacity of the tactical guided missile has no deviation. The Super Precision Tactical Guided Missile is another proud success achieved by our defense scientists and workers of the munitions industry in the implementation of the party's policy on making precision, light, unmanned, and intelligent arms and equipment. Supreme Commander Kim Jong-un expressed great satisfaction with the results of the test firing and believed that the officers and workers of the defense science and industry would make more highly precision tactical guided arms for firmly taking initiative by correct preemptive attack in any operation and better of modern warfare, without forgetting the expectation of the Korean people, and presented new tasks of defense science and technology. The Central Military Orchestra of the Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation, on a visit to the DPRK, presented a gift to respected Kim Jong-un. Valery Halilov, Director of the Military Orchestra of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation and General Conductor of the Military Orchestra, handed a gift to an official present on the 26th. The editor-in-chief of the Russian newspaper Patrioty and General President of the Nizhny Novgorod Harvard NN Company Limited of Russia sent a gift to respected Kim Jong-un. The editor-in-chief of the Patriot, James Coble, and general president of the Company Limited, Uzzeshin, recently handed a gift to the DPRK ambassador extraordinary plenipotentiary to Russia and a Korean official working in Russia. The collection of respected Kim Jong-un's work, Forward Towards Final Victory, was published by the publishing house of the Workers' Party of Mexico on the 19th. The book contains famous works of Kim Il-sung, including The Great Kim Il-sung is the eternal leader of our party and our people, and Let us brilliantly accomplish the revolutionary cause of GK, holding Kim Jong-il in our esteem as the eternal general secretary of our party. The Peabody Australia Publishing House of Romania printed in Berkeley his famous work, Let us add eternal brilliance to counter the Kim Jong-il's great idea and achievements of the Sunday Revolution on the 17th. A committee for remembering the great generalissimo Kim Il-sung was formed at the beginning of the Secretariat of the Ugandan National Resistance Movement on the 18th. Meanwhile, the Iranian Committee for remembering the great President Kim Il-sung was formed in Tehran on the 21st. Meetings took place in Denmark and seminars in Egypt, Pakistan, and Uganda from the 16th to the 18th on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the great leader Kim Jong-il's statue work at the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea. Hung on the front walls of the venues of the event were smiling portraits of the great Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. Speakers at the event said the exploits of Kim Jong-il for the era and humankind will shine forever along with his name. Messages of greetings to respected Kim Il-sung were adopted at the events in Denmark and Pakistan. Meanwhile, the Britain Korea Friendship Association issued a statement on the same occasion. Rosalita Campos, Vice President of the party, freed motherland of Brazil on June the 18th, contributed an article to the newspaper Hora do Povo to mark the 14th anniversary of the adoption of the historic June the 15th North-South Joint Declaration. The article praised that the great leader Kim Jong-il opened up a bright prospect for the country's reunification by providing the historic June the 15th North-South Joint Declaration in order to realize national reunification designed by the great leader President Kim Il-sung. The Britain Korea Friendship Association and the Alliance of Citizens of Working Sectors of the Democratic Congo issued a statement fully supporting the implementation of the June the 15th Joint Declaration. Personages of different sectors of Nepal, Bangladesh, and Myanmar paid a visit to the DPRK embassies in their countries between the 19th and the 21st on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the great leader Kim Jong-il's party work at the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea. Personages of different sectors, including the General Secretary of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Nepal, Marxist-Leninist, Chairman of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Nepal, Coalition, General Secretary of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Bangladesh, Chairman of the People's League of Bangladesh, Chairman of the Bangladesh Korea Friendship and Solidarity Committee, Chairman of the Bangladesh Group for the Study of Southern Policy, and Director of the Myanmar Medical Research Institute laid floral baskets and bouquets before the smiling portraits of the great Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il and the joint full-length pictures and paid respect to them. The Kim Jong-il Youth Group for the Study of the Cultural Idea in Vienna, Austria, issued a statement on the 18th in support of the appeal of the Asia-Pacific Regional Committee for supporting peaceful reunification of Korea. The statement fully supported the appeal of the Regional Committee on holding an international internet seminar for widely introducing the immortal exploits of His Excellency Kim Il-sung, the eternal president of the DPRK, on the occasion of the 20th anniversary of his demise. South Pyongan, South Hamgyong, and Yangon provincial mass rallies were held on the 26th on the occasion of the 25th day of the struggle against U.S. imperialism. The rallies were attended by officials of local party, government, and economic bodies and working people's organizations, working people's broader sections, and youth and students. The speakers at the rallies said The Post-Fatherland Liberation War was a rigorous revolutionary war for firmly defending the freedom and independence of the country and against the revolution from the invasion of the enemies. They referred to the inhuman crimes of the U.S. imperialists unprecedented in the world history of wars. The speakers stressed that if the U.S. imperialists and the South Korean traders trigger up another war of aggression on this land, the army and people will incinerate them to the last man and surely accomplish the historic cause of national reunification along headed to the side of the Korean nation. Then, anti-U.S. demonstrations followed. The Secretariat of the Committee for the Peaceful Reunification of Korea released information number 1068, posted under the title, Pandora's Box should no longer be allowed to remain in South Korea. The information said, British trader Moon Sang-guk, who was designated for the Prime Minister, finally resigned to reach the unanimous protest and demonstration of the people and public returning abroad. His resignation is a due punishment and send warning to the vicious threat of the trader and confrontation fanatic against the fellow countrymen. In addition to the resignation of Moon Sang-guk, South Koreans and People's Tribes strongly demand resignation of Kim Ki-sun, Chief Secretary of the Blue House, mastermind of the recent unfair personnel affairs, and using remnants to the marrow, who commits unlimited arbitrariness with all actual power in his hands as the boss of the group of 7 leading the present Park Geun-hye regime. Kim Ki-sun was the most faithful confidant of the Yusen dictator, who took the post of prosecutor for public security and director of anti-communist investigation department of the Central Intelligence Agency, and was directly involved in the drafting of the Yusen constitution during the period of the Park Geun-hye regime. He was also a truculent fascist who fabricated many spy ring cases, including the spy ring case of a Korean resident in Japan, and laid a brutal crackdown upon the South Korean people's anti-fascist struggle for democracy and reunification movements. Since he was appointed Chief Secretary of the Blue House by Park Geun-hye in August last year, Kim Ki-sun has desperately persisted in revival of Yusen dictatorship and inter-Korean confrontation, acting as the real power holder of the Blue House, strong enough to be called Vice President and Regent Ki-sun. It is because of William Kim Ki-sun, who plans and commands anti-reunification ultra-right conservative conspiratorial plots and confrontation rackets against the patriarchy, taking the North policy under his thumb as the center of the Blue House, that the inter-Korean relations are now deadlocked and situation extremely aggravated. As long as he remains intact, South Korean people cannot free themselves from present disaster and the inter-Korean relations evade frustration. Park Geun-hye should lend an ear to people's opinion and public voice and know that it is the only way out of the worst crisis and also for herself. South Korean people should no longer allow Kim Ki-sun, remnant of out-of-date Yusen dictatorship and Pandora's box that brings all kinds of disasters and calamities, acting as the emperor of the Blue House, to remain as he is, but driving him out of the Blue House as early as possible, the information added. The fifth meeting of the North-South Joint Committee of the Kaesong Industrial Zone took place on the spot. The meeting was held in the way of the plenary meeting and context of the case of delegations. The JPMT side clarified the stance towards the principles and key issues which should be solved before anything else in normalizing the operation of the Kaesong Industrial Zone and discussed a number of issues. Both sides agreed on continuing discussion in the future. The General Association of Koreans in China held a meeting in Shenyang on June the 24th to denounce the U.S. imperialists for uniting the Korean War of Aggression. Present at the meeting were Chairwoman Cha Eun-gok, another official of the General Association, and Kang Yun-do, Chairman of the Liaoning Regional Association. Exposed at the meeting were materials of the criminal atrocities of the U.S. imperialists under the title U.S. imperialists are the criminals who provoked the June the 25th Korean War, and U.S. imperialists must be forced to pay for their astronomical damages inflicted on the PRK for over 60 years. Meanwhile, the General Association of Koreans in China issued a statement, and Lee Dong-jae, chairman of the Association of Koreans in Japan for Peaceful Reunification, Woo Young-uk, chairman of the Osaka Prefectural Headquarters of the General Association of Korean Residents in Japan, and other officials of central organizations and chairpersons of the headquarters of the General Association press statements denouncing the criminal atrocities of the U.S. imperialists and the South Korean puppet group who provoked the Korean War of Aggression. The South Korean trigger-happy Marines conducted offensive aggressive war exercises on the east and west seas of Korea on June the 25th. The exercises resembled the eve of the June the 25th War. The South Korean 1st Marine Division conducted an exercise for examining emergency mobilization in the coastal region of Pohang, Gyeonggi, and others of North Gyeongsang Province. They promptly moved all fire striking wings of the unit at the time when the U.S. imperialists had instigated the puppet Sung Man-di to trigger for total war on the KPRK. That day, the South Korean Marine Corps staged multi-targeted war exercise on the 5 islands on the West Sea, including the Gangneung Island. The Warhawks staged naval firing exercise on the Gangneung and Taeping Islands. They also feared war fever, driving the islanders to a sheltering exercise for imaginary outbreak of war. The Britain Korea Friendship Association recently issued a statement in denunciation of the moves of the South Korean puppets to set up the UN North Human Rights Office in South Korea. And that's the end of the news read by Lee Shang-sin. This is Voice of Korea. Now you enjoy the song Loud in My Country. We only think to support Marshal Kim Seung-un, who built the best country in the world. All happiness of this country is guaranteed by him. The song of pledge to be single-heartedly loyal to him. The song of pledge is loud in my country. Oh, the song of our Marshal Kim Seung-un. Please enjoy your orchestral music. Donald Wines, Nights of Pyongyang. Now, you enjoy the wartime song, My Song in the Trench, created in 1940 or 1951 during the Great Fatherland Invasion War. My song rang out of the trench to my hometown. When I go home, orders shining on my breast, oppositing the U.S. imperialists trampling our happiness. My dear parents, wife and children will hug me. My dear parents, wife and children will hug me. Project 22 for my own motherland. Patriots' Prince song, Let Us Defend Socialism. Ulterior intention should be behind the talk about missile threats from the north. These days, the United States is talking again about the worn-out missile threat from the north. At a recent hearing of the Defense Subcommittee of the House Appropriations Committee, the director of the Missile Defense Agency of the U.S. Department of Defense said he is worried about the repeated provocations of North Korea every year and the demonstration of long-range missile force. The U.S. report on the 2015 defense budget, made public on the same day, clarifies the plan to establish the missile defense system in a bid to correctly track and intercept ballistic missiles of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The base content of the missile defense system the United States plans to establish in Japan is to deploy another X-band radar in Yogasaki and thus operate two early warning systems along with the X-band radar at the Shariki base in Aomori Prefecture, which was deployed in 2006. The United States is making much ado to establish a strong missile defense system in Japan to cope with the so-called missile threats from the DPRK. It is nothing but a sophistry to cover up its dishonest purpose. X-band radar is latest equipment which only tracks ballistic missiles and the like
on the wavelength of about 2.5 centimeters. In case it is deployed in West Japan, its range will go far beyond the Korean Peninsula. Therein lies the point in question. The United States is establishing joint missile defense systems in Japan to contain big powers around the Korean Peninsula in a military strategic way, with missiles of the DPRK. In April this year, U.S. Secretary of Defense Hazel visited Japan and said another 2 Aegis-class destroyers for ballistic missile defense would be deployed in Japan by 2017. Then, 7 U.S. Aegis-class destroyers will be deployed in Japan. U.S. intensive deployment of foreign strategic weapons in the Asia-Pacific region, in orbit around the Korean Peninsula in particular, proves that the United States is greatly interested in getting military strategic upper hand in the region and holding military supremacy. These days, the U.S. strategy for world domination is centered on the Asia-Pacific region. The United States thinks that it can guarantee its long-term interest when it takes hold of the Asia-Pacific region with large markets, rich raw materials, and high speed of economic growth. But in the region, there are big powers that do not welcome the exclusive domination of the United States, but envy it. So the United States regards it as necessary to control and contain the big powers around the Korean Peninsula in a military strategic way, and intensively deploys military means in the region. Herein lies the reason why the United States largely talks about missile threats from North Korea whenever necessary. The United States thinks that if it establishes missile defense systems and grants the big powers around the Korean Peninsula hand and foot, it can realize its ambition for world domination and tighten up its leading position of the source of the power. But it is an absurd dream. The line of military confrontation will only throw the United States into a more difficult position. Efficacy of the missile defense system, which has been established with a colossal sum of money for years, is questioned in the United States too. Because of this impatience, the United States has cited missile defense systems which have not been tested scientifically and technically as yet in different parts of the world. So it is lost by the public for using torn drags as shield for security. The United States must put an immediate end to its aggressive foreign policy that disturbs world peace and stability and drives itself into destruction. You've been listening to the content of the Times. Ulterior intention sitting behind the talk about missile threat from the north. This is Voice of Korea.
With this, we conclude the English language service of Voice of Korea from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Voice of Korea presents its English language service for Southeast Asia between 5 and 6 hours UTC on 13,650 kHz and 15,105 kHz, and between 10 and 11 hours UTC from 11,735 kHz and 13,650 kHz. For Middle East and Northern Africa between 16 and 17 hours UTC on 9,890 kHz and 11,645 kHz, and between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 9,875 kHz and 11,635 kHz. For Southern Africa between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 7,210 kHz and 11,910 kHz. And for Central and South Americas between 4 and 5 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz, 13,760 kHz, and 15,180 kHz. And between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 11,710 kHz and 15,180 kHz. Goodbye, this is Pyongyang.